Welcome to Daz 3D and Daz Studio. I'm Val Cameron from Dreamlight, and I'm going to be your host here in this free series of videos designed to quickly get you up and running, creating beautiful art right now. In these short videos, we're going to be focusing on two components. One of them is fun, and the other one is speed. Because here's the reality. During my work with thousands of artists for many years, I've discovered two things. One, it's very easy to get overwhelmed with content. Content being characters, vehicles, buildings, scenes. And what most artists do is they tend to dive into a lot of content and load an amazing amount of it into their software. Without a clear step-by-step plan, you're gonna end up with a lot of confusion and you're gonna end up overwhelmed with all the content. Number two, most new artists get overwhelmed again by the software, and specifically all the cool functions, features, and they get stuck with the technical stuff and feel overwhelmed again. So in this video I want to outline the 7-step blueprint to creating stunning images with speed and fun in mind. Alright? So step number one is to understand the software. Although this sounds a little bit boring, we are only going to focus on the small bits and pieces you really need to get going. I'm going to leave all the other functions, features, effects for later. Okay, so we're going to only focus on the really necessary parts you need right now. Step number two, I'm going to dive into content and scene creation. What scene creation means is you take the content such as vehicles, characters, buildings, and you arrange them like a real movie set director. Rearrange all those items you load, the content, and you build up your scene. So you place the car here, you place the characters here, you place the building here, you have the street like so, you design it. That's called scene building. Number three, we're gonna dive into posing. What posing means is that when you load your characters, you can bend their arms, legs, limbs, make them portray an emotion or perform an action that simply tells the story of your image. Alright? Number four, gonna be looking at the camera. And this is where you take the scene you created and you frame it with the camera. Much like real world camera, you can frame it, select which parts you're gonna see, how you're gonna see them, and which ones you're not gonna see at all. Step number five, gonna dive into lighting. Now, lighting is by many considered to either break or make your art. And my experience is that it's actually 90% of your art. It has such a great impact on what you create that if you truly master this alone, all the other pieces will just naturally fall in place, right? This is where you design how your image looks like, what parts are bright, where there are shadows, where there's darkness. And surely lighting alone is the storytelling component. It's such an important factor. Alright, so number six, I'm going to touch a process called rendering. Rendering is taking the scene through the camera with the lighting and producing the final two-dimensional image. So it ends up a flat image, just like a photo, okay? It's a flat image. And why it's called 3D? Because while you design it, here inside the scene, the posing, the camera, while you design it, you can view it and access it from multiple angles. That's why I call it 3D graphics. And finally, number seven, we're gonna dive into post work. And what this means is you take the final image, the render or the image you created, you load it into a 2D application and you enhance it. That's what post work is all about. Alright, that's it. That's the 7-step process or blueprint designed to give you maximum fun and speed. And in the next few videos, we're going to be focusing on each of the steps one at a time. This is Val Cameron from Dreamlight, and I'm looking forward to see you next video.